With telemedicine being such a big push, and not just, Zoom calls with your doctor, but just new technology, um, is this kind of the wave of the future where wearable devices and data sensors are just going to be part of every specialty moving forward?
I think so. It's already happening. There are Fitbits that you can wear which measure your oxygen saturation and your pulse. And I gather Apple are incorporating an oximeter in their new watch. It's hearsay, but I assume that it's probably going to happen. It's logical because there were apps which I had on my iPhone which could measure my oxygen saturation, which is one of the measures of deteriorating respiratory function. And so if you're doing a video consultation or a telephone consultation and a patient has electronic data which they can feed back to the doctor, it's not going to, I don't think it'll ever replace a physical examination, but it'll provide a hell of a lot more information than we're getting at the moment with a telephone call. So I think we certainly will see a lot changing. And for example, in the UK, we've been waiting for 4 years for the technology to do video consultations from our offices, and it took 4 months this year to get it up and running. So when there's a need, it certainly does happen.
Okay. Do you believe we're just going to have so much more knowledge on certain diseases because, like oxygen saturation, maybe you'll measure that once a month with a patient, but now you have the ability to have real-time data and see how the levels change throughout the day when you're not even there?
It's such an important point, especially in asthma, which by definition fluctuates from day to day or even hour to hour. So seeing a doctor once every 3 months or 6 months and having maybe a questionnaire assessment of asthma control and a lung function measurement, it's just a snapshot in time. It's not really going to give that information that you're alluding to. And with a disease that fluctuates so much where somebody can be 100% fit one day, like we saw in the Olympics a number of years ago where we were in San Diego when one of the British runners collapsed because of his asthma. So you can have an Olympic athlete who's fit and 100% well one day and in intensive care with an acute severe attack the next day. And that's the beauty of this feature of the device, which gives an early warning sign that there might be danger ahead in terms of frequency of use of the drug and also decreasing inspiratory flow and volume. So I think this particular device has great potential, really. There are others on the market. This one I think is more advanced than, because a lot of the others have attachments to conventional devices. They're not integral electronic devices.